to the channel, where we mix myths, history, and a good dose of curiosity. Today, I want to take you somewhere that really blurs the line between historical mystery and modern legend. Imagine a secret organization born in the turmoil of Enlightenment Europe, accused of plotting revolutions, shaping governments, and maybe even pulling the strings of the world today. That's right. We're diving deep into the Illuminati. Let's break down who they really were, how their story got so, well, tangled, and what fact there is, if any, behind the claims of their influence today. All right, picture Europe in the late 1700s. Enlightenment ideas, reason, liberty, questioning everything, are challenging age-old traditions. Monarchies and the church have a tight grip on daily life, and there's not a lot of room for independent thought. In 1776, while America fought for its freedom on one side of the world, a German philosophy and law professor named Adam Weishaupt is fuming quietly in Bavaria. Raised by his godfather, a progressive university director with shelves full of banned books, Weishaupt is all about ideas. Big ones. He decides to create his own society, a group dedicated to the perfectibility of humankind. He calls it the Covenant of Perfectibility, but the name quickly shifts to something with a little more sparkle, the Order of the Illuminati. Illuminati comes from the Latin illuminatus, meaning the enlightened ones. The idea? Spread the light of reason, push back against superstition, religious control, and what he saw as the corrupting influence of monarchies. In a way, Weishaupt's version of woke was way ahead of its time. Now here's what strikes me. This wasn't initially about world domination or wild rituals. It was about education, rational thinking, and building a new kind of network in a world still run by tradition. Weishaupt recruits some of his best students, and despite his enlightened ideas, the group isn't exactly equal opportunity. They target influential and wealthy men, particularly those with pull in politics, law, and high society. Women, Jews, pagans, and monks are left out, showing that even so-called revolutionaries are still people of their time. Expansion is key. Weishaupt and his inner circle realize they'll get further by blending in, so they start joining the local Freemason lodges. It's clever, using networks that already value secrecy and ritual. Within a decade, the Illuminati's numbers swell to about 2,000 members, even reaching France, Italy, Denmark, and Poland. They attract nobles, politicians, and some big names in literature. The likes of Goethe, yes, the Goethe, are rumored to have been involved, and even Duke Ferdinand of Brunswick, the leader of European Freemasonry, joins the cause. But for all this, the group is never about fire and brimstone. Their meetings are more about philosophy, anti-church and anti-royal policy debates, and occasionally some secret codes and cool symbols like the Owl of Minerva, borrowed from Greek mythology as a sign of wisdom. Their dot in a circle is a watchful eye, but it's the all-seeing gaze of the enlightened, not of God. Still, trouble's brewing. By the early 1780s, the Bavarian government gets wind of their plans and is not amused. Secret societies are outright banned. Papers are seized, many leaked to the public, and Weishaupt is exiled. Internal drama doesn't help either. Arguments over strategy boil up. Leaders like the influential Baron von Knigge split from Weishaupt. By 1785, government decrees have crushed the order, scattering its members. The real Illuminati is, officially, history. But the weirdest part? That's just where the legend begins. As revolutionary fever sweeps Europe, think the French Revolution, the Illuminati takes on mythical status. Conservative writers blame them for plots to overthrow governments. People imagine shadowy puppet masters behind major historical events. Books fan the flames, painting the Illuminati as the force behind everything from anti-monarchic revolts to entire wars. Looking for someone to blame for turmoil? Why not the secret society your neighbor just read about in a pamphlet? And here's what's interesting. Real historical documents, including letters from Weishaupt himself, confirm the group's ambitions, challenging authority, debating modern values, recruiting the rich and powerful. But when you dig into the details, there's zero proof of coordinated revolution making. The Illuminati wanted to win over society from within, not through chaos, but by planting new ideas. With the order gone, the myth only grows. The 19th and 20th centuries run wild with Illuminati stories. They get rolled into the narratives about Freemasons, and soon, Every major world event, from the assassination of US presidents to the creation of the United Nations, gets pinned on them. This idea just won't quit. Every time the world seems chaotic or unpredictable, people reach for the mysterious hand of the Illuminati. And let's be honest, the Illuminati fit neatly into our human habit of finding patterns. Whenever something seems too big, too fast, too strange, there must be a group in charge, right? It gives us a sense of order, even if it's not true. Here's the 21st century twist: social media and pop culture. The Illuminati is everywhere. You'll find the all-seeing eye on dollar bills, music videos, and mega-viral memes. Conspiracy theorists imagine the group pulling strings behind global banks, entertainment, and politics. Some modern clubs even claim the name, selling memberships, symbols, and secrets. But hey, anyone can hang a triangle on their website. The real Illuminati network with Weishaupt's rules and ambitions is long gone. So, is there any real proof the Illuminati run the world today? Every careful investigation, by journalists, historians, even law enforcement, hits the same wall. There are fringe groups who like the drama, yes, but there's no documented global conspiracy, no central committee controlling events behind closed doors. If there were, you'd expect a paper trail, credible leakers, irrefutable evidence. All we ever find are recycled legends, creative marketing, or honestly, a bit of wishful thinking. And yet the idea is so powerful. It shows up everywhere people feel powerless or confused. In a way, the Illuminati has become a mirror for our own anxieties about power, secrecy, and change. Maybe that's the biggest secret. The most enduring conspiracy isn't the group itself, but our need to believe there's a mastermind behind the world's madness. So, to wrap up, the Illuminati were real, influential for a decade or so, and then snuffed out by Bavarian law. Their legacy? Endless stories. Some thrilling, some silly, some just plain weird. The facts are far less dramatic than the fiction, but maybe that's exactly why we keep reaching for the legend. Thanks for sticking with me on this journey. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and remember, not every mystery has a mastermind in the shadows. Sometimes it's just us, telling stories, wrestling with history, and trying to make sense of one wild world.